Yo, what's up, guys? We're back with another video today, and guys, UFC 316 Merab versus Sean O'Malley 2 is taking place this weekend. Alright, I haven't talked about this fight between these two as much on this channel. Does Sean O'Malley deserve getting this rematch against Merab after just losing to him in his last fight? No, he shouldn't deserve it. Do I understand why the UFC did? Yeah, because he's a big star, but he's probably the biggest name in that entire division. The only other person who has a big name in that division besides obviously Merab, who's the champ, and Sean O'Malley is Umar Nurmagomedov. There's also Petr Yan. You've got Petr Yan there. But really, the two biggest ones I see are Sean O'Malley and Umar Nurmagomedov. Umar just because he's got the Dagestanian following. Khabib's cousin, yada yada. And that's pretty much why they're giving Merab Sean O'Malley again. And I'll get into more of how this fight will go, but I just wanted to give my thoughts a little bit on why I think about this matchup being made, right? But apart from that, guys, I'm gonna give my full card predictions, starting with the prelims and then ending with the main card, guys, right? Without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, starting off for the first fight on this card, we have Quillan Scalby versus Yan Azuria. I'm gonna go with Quillan by decision. I could see this being a finish by Quillan. He's an interesting prospect. But I don't think he's gonna finish him. I think he might have a little bit of trouble taking him on. I think he might struggle a little bit. Maybe not entirely struggle. He'll comfortably beat him, but it'll probably be a 29-28 if I had to make a guess. I feel like that. If he finishes him in the first round, okay, we might be on a serious discussion here, right? But he beat, who was it he beat, right? I can't even remember. It was the big famous Indian guy that he knocked out in the first round that caused a lot of memes all over the internet. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even remember his name on the top of my head. But I know he finished him pretty badly in the first round. So with that, I'm going to go with Quillan by decision. Alright, next up we have Jaka Shuri versus Yo San Yo. I'm going to go with Yo San Yo by KO in round 2, actually. I was going to go with Jeka at first because Jeka's been in UFC and this is Jo Song's debut fight. But I looked into it and I'm yeah, Jo Song is basically the worst stylistic matchup for Jaka. Jaka has gone finished in his last he's 1-2 in his last 3 because he's fought 3 times in the UFC, and he's got finished in both of those losses he's had. So I feel like Jo Song is very difficult for him to take on, and I'm gonna go with Jo Song by KO in round 2, honestly. Alright, next up we have Henri De Silva versus Wang Kong. I'm gonna go with Wang Kong by decision. Not much I can really say. I think this one's pretty easy to predict. I think Wang Kong's better than Andrea De Silva. I don't think she's anywhere that good. And I'll go with her by decision. Alright, next up we have Markel Madrios versus Mark Chinxi. Don't ask about why I have this photo on him. This was just something I found on YouTube because there was no render of him. You know how the UFC, they have the renders of the fighters? I couldn't find one with Mark on here, so I just found this and I thought it was funny, so I put that there. But I'm gonna go with Mark by submission round 1. I was gonna go with Markel by decision or something like that, but then I took 1 second to look into Mark Quinson's resume and all that stuff. And I'm yeah, he's gonna absolutely destroy Markel. I don't think Markel's that good. I didn't even think he was good, even though I was gonna pick him at first. But then I looked into it, and I was no, Markel's not winning this fight. So I'm gonna go with Mark by submission round 1. Alright, next up we have Chaos Williams versus Andreas Gustafsson. I'm gonna go with Chaos Williams by TKO in round 2. I was gonna go with Andreas by KO actually instead. I was gonna go with him because he likes to pressure a lot of fighters, break them down and finish them. But I don't think that's going to work with a guy like Chaos Williams. Chaos Williams, he's tangled with a lot of decent guys in that division. He's 3-2 in his last 5 fights. But those have been against decent guys at welterweight. Randy Brown and Gabriel Bonfimo. Those are 2 pretty decent, unranked welterweights to, lose to. So I don't think it's, too bad losses for him. And mind you, his last loss against Bonfimo was by submission. And Gustafsson isn't really, a submission guy. He's kind of more like a brawler, scrapper type of person. He just doesn't come off as someone who wants to grapple with something like that. And even in his Dana White Contender Series, I mean, he had control time, which was why I was going to go with him at first. But I don't think that he's going to take down Chaos Williams like he did with his other guy on that series, right? So I'm going to go with Williams by TKO in round 2. And William does have the power as well. Alright, next up we have Sergey Spivak versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Say that name 5 times fast and yeah, that's just a long ass name. I'm going to go with Sergey Spivak by submission round 1. He's not championship level fighter, but he's just good enough where he can beat pretty much most of the guys below him. basically. He cannot beat any of the guys above him, but he can beat anyone below him pretty comfortably, I'd say. I don't really see anyone currently. Maybe Shamil Gaziev. Shamil Gaziev would have been the guy, man, because Shamil Gaziev, people forget, man, this guy Shamil Gaziev is the greatest fighter of all time. Genuinely might have picked, in all seriousness, I might pick Shamil Gaziev to beat Sergey Spivak. But now, unfortunately, the GOAT Shamil Gaziev had to pull out, and now Waldo steps in. This is an easy win for Sergey Spivak, and I'm going to go with him by round 1 submission. Next up, we have Amzat Makariev versus Benderson Roberto. Lock of the night right here. This is something new I'm going to be doing. When there's a fight that I feel is a lock, I'm going to be giving it that prediction. I'm going to place an icon on the left side, or whoever it is I think is going to win, right? And for this, I'm going with Amzat. Amzat is pretty damn good, actually. He's a dark horse in that division. I don't say that a lot, but Amzat's, listen, he's not championship material, but he's very, very good, and he's very difficult to deal with. I think if he were to climb up the rankings and fight guys like Khalil Roundtree, Yuri Prohaska, Ankalaev, Alex Bahera, those guys would be able to comfortably beat Amzat. But pretty much everybody else, I don't see them being Amzat. He's pretty quick with his striking, and he hits pretty damn good, I'd say. And Benderson, this guy got knocked out by the Chinese monster, and he's somehow fighting a guy above him in the rankings. I don't understand that. That's MMA logic for you. Regardless, Ribeiro is very chinny. He got caught a lot by Zhang Mingyang in their fight, and he got knocked out pretty badly in that fight. And I'm just imagining he's going to get the same type of, treatment as he did with the Mingyang fight. Amzat's going to basically knock him out. He's going to flat out KO him. That's basically what I'm getting at, right? That's what I'm going to go with this one right here. All right, next one we have Bruno Silva versus Joshua Van. My boy, my GOAT, Joshua Van. I really like Joshua Van. This guy's a dark horse in this division. People, though, they don't credit Joshua Van, but he's pretty damn good. He's very nice in his striking, good takedown defense. He's pretty good overall. He's just too small for that division. That's his biggest problem, Joshua Van. Too small and a bit chinny. How are you somehow chinny in flyweight? That's crazy. But regardless, I'm going with Joshua Van. Now, I will say, I don't think it's going to be an easy fight for Joshua Van, because this guy is chinny, and Bruno Silva, he hits pretty hard, and he's very quick with his punches. I think it's going to be a very tough fight for Joshua Van, but I think as the rounds keep going and the amount of pressure he pours onto Bruno Silva, it will eventually tire out Bruno Silva. I think Bruno Silva will win the first round against Joshua Van. He'll rock him, he'll piece him up a little bit, but Joshua Van will pick up the pace, and he'll win out the other 2 rounds by just pouring out amount of pressure on Bruno Silva and just tiring him out, gassing him out. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with 49, 29-28 for Joshua Van. All right, now we are on the main card, guys. And to start off this main card, we have Vicente Luque versus Kevin Holland. This is actually a pretty underrated fight right here. This is actually a really good fight. I really like this fight. I've seen a lot of people pick Vicente Luque to beat Kevin Holland in this fight. Listen, Vicente Luque looked good in his last fight, but it was against Gimbo or Gambo, whatever the guy's name is. That guy is not really anything too crazy. This is not the same guy. Kevin Holland is listen, Kevin Holland doesn't even try that much, and he can still be 99% of these guys in the welterweight and middleweight division. Not really middleweight, because those guys are just way too big for Kevin Holland. But the guys at welterweight, he can be pretty much most of them, I'd say. I don't think there's some guys in welterweight he can be. Definitely in the top 10 and even top 15. I mean, Michael Van Page is ranked 14th or 15th, and he was able to school Kevin Holland, which, by the way, I just realized Vicente Luque is basically ranked what? He's ranked 14th or 15th or something like that. I know he's ahead of Michael Van Page, and yet Kevin Holland's fighting above him. Again, MMA math for you. But regardless of that, I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland by decision. I think Kevin Holland, even though he's not trying as much, I think he's much better than Vicente Luque right now. Prime Vicente Luque, I would go with him, but Vicente Luque, I don't think he has it in him anymore. Maybe I could be wrong. I would like to be proven wrong, because I think Vicente Luque is a very nice person. He's very chill. I don't like Kevin Holland. I think he's just honestly, I think he's kind of disrespectful, to be honest with you. I just think that Kevin Holland, though, I think he's much better compared to Vicente Luque currently as it stands. prime to prime, Vicente Luque would beat Kevin Holland easily. All right, next up, we have Mario Batista versus Patchy Minx. I pray to God, I pray to everything the UFC has. Please, please do not let Mario Batista win. I don't want to see this guy winning, and he's going to go on the mic and saying all this stuff like, yeah, I'm the best fighter, give me a title shot, or yeah, all this bullshit. Nobody likes Mario Batista. Nobody likes this guy. Sorry, I don't know why I just yelled right there. But honestly, nobody likes this guy, Mario Batista. The way he treated Aldo and just the way he fought against Jose Aldo is honestly so disrespectful. It's not just disrespectful because it's Jose Aldo. That's a part of it. But it's the way that he fought that fight. You don't just win a fight because you're just clinching and doing literally nothing for like 5 minutes straight. You just can't do that to win a fight. Look at, I'll give you another example. Instead of Mario Batista, look at Torres Fazzini. I don't know if you guys knew who that was. He's this guy who just recently joined the UFC. He fought against one of these guys on like the Apex card. And what he did was right, he took down his opponent for the majority of that fight, but did literally nothing. Didn't try to like do any wrestling, didn't try to do any ground and pound. He just sat on top of him, took him down. That's it. Literally, that is basically it. He'll do occasional punches here and there, but literally that. Doesn't try to pursue a submission, doesn't try to like knock him out or TKO him, just keeps him on the ground. That's it. That's like those type of fighters who fight like that, that's just terrible. You don't do any favors for yourself because the UFC are not going to like you. They're going to give you unfavorable matchups. They're not going to treat you any good. I mean, look at Torres Fazzini. He's going to be fighting Amzai. He's going to get knocked the fuck out in that fight, honestly. Even when Chito Vera was fighting Mario Batista, Chito Vera would be Mario Batista. I guarantee you. And that's why I'm hoping Patchy Minx wins. I believe in Patchy Minx. I think Patchy Minx is actually pretty damn good. He's probably one of the better guys outside the UFC. His last fight, Patchy Minx, was against Magomed Magomedov. He didn't look that great in that fight, I'm not gonna lie with you. It was a very close fight, but I think that he should have won that fight. I don't think Mario Batista won that fight. I think it was a very close fight, but I don't think he should have won it. But I still think, though, Patchy Minx is better and more difficult for Mario Batista to beat, to be honest with you. So, I'm very worried about this one. I could be very wrong on this. But I'm going to go with Patchy Minx. I do think that Patchy Minx can win this fight, but I don't know. We just have to see, because again, Bellator fighters are not the same compared to UFC fighters. That's just the truth. All right, for the featured fight on this card, we have Calvin Gastelum versus Joe Pyfer. I'm going with Joe Pyfer by KO in round 1. Listen, I don't think he's championship material, but I think he's able to be pretty much most of these unranked middleweights, if I'm going to be honest with you. Just because it's Joe Pyfer, he's got KO power. He's a very salty person, very angry like most of the time. I mean, this photo right here, he looks so pissed off taking this photo. I don't know what's up with him just being angry, but I think, honestly, regardless, I think he's still going to win this fight. I could see an upset, though. I could see an upset where Calvin Gastelum actually pulls off an upset and beats him, because Calvin Gastelum is a tough dude. He is a tough dude. He's taken some clean shots throughout his career, and he's, like, not really been knocked out that much most of his fight, but this is Joe Pyfer. The dude has pretty dangerous knockout power. So, like, even though I could see an upset by Calvin Gastelum here, I'm still going to go with Joe Pyfer by, like, first round KO, just because the KO threat and just, yeah. All right, now for the co-main event, Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison, right? Now, I will say I am actually pretty interested in this fight because I absolutely hate Juliana Pena. I do not like this lady at all. I think she is annoying, repetitive, delusional. But in fairness, though, she's basically helping marketing this fight. I'm not gonna lie with you. I'm actually genuinely interested because she's helping building up this fight. She's making delusional comments, but it's actually working out because, like, I actually want to see if she can pull off an upset. Because, like, Kayla Harrison, listen, Kayla Harrison, this lady, she's absolutely jacked out of her mind, Kayla Harrison. She's absolutely insane. Actually crazy to me, so I gotta give her fair play to that. And she's doing this in, like, what? Almost, like, 35 years old, and she's still got a crazy physique like this. Fair play to her, I'll give her that. But regardless, Kayla Harrison by round... I was going to go with round 1 submission, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with round 2 submission. I think Kayla Harrison will actually, like, try to take her down, and she will have success, but I don't think she'll get the submission at first. I think once she takes her down again in the second round, she'll then submit her and find the finish, and that's what I'll go with. I think she'll pretty much destroy Juliana Pena. I don't see Juliana Pena winning this, but there is a chance, because Juliana Pena has had 5-round experience before Granted, it was like, what, 3 rounds of 5-round experience or something like that. I don't know how many main events this lady's had, but she's had a decent amount, and she's fought, like, ladies, sorry, like, Amanda Nunes, and, like, really, Amanda Nunes, that's really the only, like, high-level, like, lady in that division, basically. Really, the only high-level ladies in that division are Raquel Pennington, maybe, I'm pushing with that one, I'm not gonna lie. Not even Julianne Peña's high level, if I'm going to be honest with you. Julianne Peña and Raquel Pennington was basically a competitive fight right there. And we saw what Amanda Nunes did to both of them, let's be real. Really, it's Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes. And she's not even fighting. She's retired. She's retired for like 2 years now at this point. And when she comes back, I guarantee you she'll be either Kayla Harrison or Julianne Peña pretty comfortably. Maybe not as much Kayla Harrison, because Kayla Harrison is an Olympic gold medalist, and she does have some very impressive jiu-jitsu accolades on her account, so we'll see about that one. I do hope she wins, because then that's a new name, new fresh matchup for Amanda Nunes, and I would be very interested to see how that fight goes. But regardless, I'm going with Kayla Harrison by round 2 submission. Alright, now finally, after a lot of talking, I'm not gonna lie with you guys, we are finally at the main event. Merab Dvalishvili versus Sean O'Malley. Listen, I want to pick Sean O'Malley. I want to. Listen, Sean O'Malley is a little bit weird with all of his stuff and all of his TikTok vibes and all that stuff, whatever it is. I understand. But he's so exciting. He's so exciting for the sport. Honestly, Sean O'Malley brings more entertainment in this division than really Umar and I would say Merab does combined, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Merab's only exciting fight was against the Umar. That was it. His only exciting fight was against Umar. Henry Cejudo was alright. That was actually a decent fight. Pierre Dion was just like, oh my god, I just want to jump off a cliff when I saw that. Pretty much most of his fights are not that interesting. And don't even get me started on the Jose Aldo one. Jesus Christ, that one was terrible. Same thing, honestly, but I won't get into a rant with it again. But I'm going with Merab. Merab's just too damn good. He's not anywhere better than Sean O'Malley is when it comes to the striking, the kicking, and pretty much all that stuff. He's not a good wrestler. He's not a good submission artist. But do you want to know why he keeps winning? Because of his damn cardio. This guy has the greatest cardio of all time. I'm going to say it flat out. This guy has 3 lungs. I don't understand how he can put a pace like this. He made Umar gas out completely. He had nothing for him. Umar was piecing Merab up in that fight in those first 2 rounds. He just was, in my opinion. But he gassed out. He just couldn't take on Merab's pressure, to be honest with you. And Umar was trying. He was still trying to finish him. He just couldn't. And Merab just even though he's not skillfully better than Umar, he was able to catch him. He was able to rock him. He was able to wrestle him very badly in those later rounds. It's just his gas tank just saves him so much, man. And Sean O'Malley didn't really get tired when it came to fighting Merab. That's something I feel like people don't talk about. He didn't get tired when he fought Merab. Granted, Merab had a different game plan compared to when he was fighting Umar. Merab just spammed his takedowns and everything just to gas out Umar. With Sean O'Malley, he couldn't really do that because O'Malley would have catched him. He would have tried to caught him because O'Malley does have the power. And Merab, listen, he did get caught a lot by Umar. I wouldn't really say Umar's a knockout artist. He doesn't have the KO threat compared to O'Malley, right? O'Malley, even though he was not even really catching Umar at the times he did, he kind of hurt Merab. Let's be real. Especially that 5th round when he caught him with a front kick. Merab felt that. And that wasn't even that good of a kick. And he was still able to hurt Merab, right? So I can see O'Malley winning this. I am not confident with this pick. I'm not going to lie with you. But I just have to go with Merab. I just have to. Merab's just gas tank is just too good. I'm going to be honest with you. But I want O'Malley to win. I want him to win just because that's more excitement for this division. Tell me, would you be more excited if you saw Merab versus Corey Sandhagen or Sean O'Malley versus Corey Sandhagen? I don't know. I think I would go with the latter on that opinion. But guys, that is me giving my full card predictions for UFC 316 Merab versus Sean O'Malley 2. Again, honestly, this actually isn't that bad of a card, to be honest with you. It's nothing too crazy, but it's pretty solid for preparing for what's to come for the next pay-per-view. But I'll get into that when that time comes, Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace!